Hey everybody, I'm going to make this video as short as I can. After this video, I should be going back to my normal content. This video will present additional verifiable factual evidence, not only of members of TFM's Monkey Business Discord server discussing doxing me, but of his rocket stove sponsor, Dr. Weird, threatening me with a #MeToo allegation. But before we dive in, to the Monkey Business Discord mods and admins, the screenshots I'm about to show are screen caps I took myself from just a few days ago. I've had a sock puppet in monkey business for a very long time, maybe more than one, just in case a day like today came. So stop harassing your monkey business members thinking that everyone is spying for me. Only half of them are. Also, if anyone wants copies of these screenshots, send me an email at misandry.happens@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to provide anyone with screenshots that I used in this or any prior video on this issue. With that out of the way, let's dive in. Okay, so if you look right here at this screenshot, you'll notice that this person here is Tom Pinoid. And he says on August 10th, 2018, I got an issue with someone trying to dox DDJ in my server. And then he says, anyone here know a Ebola wizard? Now, you'll notice that when I took this screen that TFM and Cat are in the server, this was not taken in August. This was taken a few days ago. Now, what's interesting about this doxing effort back in August of 2018 was that Tom Pinoid notified Monkey Business of someone attempting to dox me 2 weeks prior to Broccoli and Iron Man making their audio that doxed Plumber. So possibly these two things could be related. Now, again, I was never notified about this. Tom and I really didn't know each other, but he did the right thing in trying to report it to Monkey Business. But interestingly enough, like I said, none of the mods, Feeding the Cat, or TFM ever told me about this. Now, with that in mind, here is a copy of TFM's current rules. These are his server rules. And server rule 13 looks like G, participate in or encouraging doxing or threatening to dox someone. That's do not do this type of stuff. And apparently these are not just rules for TFM server. These are actually terms of service for Discord itself. So theoretically, discussing the doxing of somebody or trying to dox someone or encouraging doxing in a server can get your Discord server shut down. Little fun fact there. So if you're running a doxing server, regardless of who you are, don't talk about it. Don't discuss it. Don't do anything in Discord, because if somebody finds out about it, somebody can report you to Discord and shut you down. Just a little FYI. Now, the other interesting thing here, he's got this section on the bottom called Regarding Fight Club. And he basically says, don't go to MGTOW meetups, stay isolated, don't make friends. Basically, sit at home and don't ever talk to anybody in MGTOW. Don't meet up. The other thing that's interesting is he says, if anyone tries to involve you with any doxing, report them to a mod so they can be banned. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because, look, here's a screenshot here of me telling TFM. Now, the top half is from August 22nd. The bottom is from August 28th. I told TFM, you can see this right here. Let me kind of scroll to the side. This is me contacting TFM by DM, telling him about Broccoli sending a tape he'd made of him and Iron Man where they doxed Plumber. You'll notice that TFM never responded. He never responded to the doxing allegation. This was August 2018, the 22nd in the morning at 9:47 a.m. Now, I also told him in September, and I also discussed the fact that I had rebanned somebody. But down here, if you look, I said it's even more concerning to me since one of your mods, Broccoli, has created drama with other mods and it could negatively impact the server. And then I said, while it has merit, I previously brought it to your attention. I also advised you to speak to APOC, Lone Wolf, and Plumber about it. However, you turned it over to Cat, and based on your response, you dismissed it. So I was deeply concerned about it at that point. I told TFM in August, and I told him on September 17th about my concerns about Broccoli yet again. And yet again, I was ignored. With that in mind, let's get to doxing in voice chat. Now, TFM has a channel on the left-hand side here. It says Mosh Pit. Beneath that, he has another channel called the Patron Pit. This is where his paid subscribers come, like his Patreon members and things like that. This is where they go to have voice chat. It's like a privileged voice chat for patrons, okay? So this person here in the pink says, you guys don't have to dox DDJ and try to get Plumber and DDJ arrested. Just let TFM handle it and let it be done. And then somebody says, what the F are you talking about? And he says, the patron pit. And then here in this screenshot, he says, guys, let's stop talking about doxing DDJ. Okay. Now you'll notice that in this screenshot, TFM and Feeding the Cat are both in server at the time, are both online, and there are 3 mods here. Okay. In this screenshot, you'll notice the same thing. These were taken minutes of one another just a few days ago. So this is live. This wasn't from a few months ago. This was after I made my first video expressing my concerns about TFM. Now, in addition to that, this other person says, yeah, Bob Lewis, obviously a pen name. Now, what they're referring to is the fact that I wrote a book called The Feminist Lie, which has gotten a 4.5 review on Amazon, #shill alert. Everybody loves it. And I used the pen name Bob Lewis because I thought it was fun. And they're discussing Bob Lewis as possibly my name, which is funny. You can tell that like some of these people are new because I had some people in the alt-right think that I was a Bob Lewis from an old band called Devo. And they even attached my book to their Wikipedia and they went, I got him. Turns out the guy's like 70 some odd years old. And eventually somebody challenged the Wikipedia and they had it pulled off. Now, that wasn't the only time that somebody thought that Bob Lewis was real. When I first put my book out on Amazon, these feminists actually thought that some other guy was me because there was a Caucasian guy who used to write tech books who was on Amazon. And for some reason, Amazon, when I put my book up, the computer attached me or my book to his book list. He wrote like 8 books on like tech stuff, like IT related stuff. And he was like this old white guy with a receding hairline. And they like totally attacked me because they thought I was just this aging white male. And they were being totally racist against Caucasians. I actually had to report it to Amazon because they started harassing this guy relentlessly. And he was completely innocent. He just had the pen name that I was using. And it was his real name. And they just went after him. I mean, they just completely witch hunted him. So they're discussing this. If they had been around for any length of time, they would know better than to do this. In fact, Arrow Shogun at the bottom, he's one of their mods. He said it was a pen name. You'll notice at the time, TFM is in voice chat on the left. He's online on the right. Broccoli, the Doxxer, is one of his mods, is sitting here. So, there it is. Let's go to the next screen. This is Dr. Weird. I've seriously taken people up on their challenges. It's just memeing. And is it really that stupid? Worst case scenario, DDJ accepts the challenge and somebody gets their ass whooped. Big deal. It's nothing. And then Red Dread says, maybe DDJ isn't really Bob Lewis. No shit. Again, they're discussing doxing. There's TFM in voice chat. There's TFM up here. This is in real time. Now we're moving on. In fact, you'll see it says 10 p.m. Messages since 10 p.m. at the time. That was the local time of the server. Today at 9 p.m. This is what they were discussing. Okay. Now, let's look at the next screenshot. This is Dr. Weird. DDJ is going to get Me Too'd. So Dr. Weird is TFM's sponsor for his TFM show. And again, you'll notice TFM is in voice chat on the left. On the right-hand side, he says the original Turd Flingers on the right. Arrow Shogun and Broccoli are in the server as mods. This man's getting ready to falsely accuse me of some kind of Me Too allegation or something. He is TFM's sponsor for the rocket stove. And then this guy says that basically that I'm going to get some sort of accountability. I forget what this malo otro adsunt means, but Fetus Deletus is trash talking me as well. Again, all this is happening. TFM used to speak out against #MeToo allegations, but apparently when it's your sponsor and you're a shill, I guess it's okay. And I think that's what's interesting about this here. Like Sparky is talking about Bob, which is my pen name. The orange designates that he is a paid subscriber. I don't know what the blue means because I really wasn't there after that. But the yellow and the orange are people that pay TFM. And the whole thing about Karoy, I think he's like the hentai ambassador or something, whatever. But what's interesting is he knew that they were discussing my doxing in the patron pit. These are TFM's patrons who are doxers who are talking about this. So apparently what it looks like is as long as you pay TFM some kind of money, he's such a shill, he'll even allow doxing, even though his monkey business rules say, no, he's not. Now, I know for a fact that TFM is not a doxer, but the fact that he's allowing other people to discuss it is deeply troubling to me. And again, this Sparky guy, they even have a bodyguard if they know people will try to get a photo of DDJ's real face. Now, again, these people are discussing doxing. And actually, it's kind of funny. They actually think what they're discussing here, they think that I'm going to be at the 21 convention. Spoiler alert, I'm not. So, but it's funny because I know that they were also discussing earlier, and it might have been a little later after this, I forget, but they were discussing saving their pennies together so that they could like collectively buy a ticket so that somebody could try to get a photo of me or something. Yeah, I'm not going. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of amusing. So there it is. These are new screenshots that I got from just the other night. As you can see again, TFM is in voice chat. TFM is online. His mods are here. Everybody's here. These are additional screenshots of Monkey Business Discord server where they are discussing doxing me. And everybody seems to be okay with it. None of these people have been banned. None of these people have been removed from TFM server as of the time of making this video. And it's my understanding that at the time of making this video, that Dr. Weird is still TFM's sponsor for the rocket stove. So apparently he's such a shill that if you're a doxer and you pay TFM money, you can use his server to plot the doxing of other people. The TFM I used to know once stood firm against doxing, but the TFM of today not only allows the discussing of doxing in his Discord voice chats in his presence, he and his mods allow it in their general chats as well. Today, TFM is such a shill that he even allows his sponsors to threaten others with false #MeToo allegations, which I demonstrated with the screenshot of his rocket stove sponsor, Dr. Weird. Yet, through all this, TFM claims to want to help men. TFM has strayed far from the man he used to be. To be clear, I don't hate him, and I don't wish him any ill will, but clearly, he needs help. I'm deeply concerned and troubled because the TFM of today has abandoned the ethics the TFM of just over a year ago once embodied. And today, TFM's words are hurting men more than helping them. He's so focused on his own hubris and cult of personality that he doesn't see that he's become the thing he once fought against. I'm DDJ, and this is your dose of misandry today.